Hi guys, it's me again. I wanted to come back around and talk a little bit about what I brought into my diet when I started my healing journey last week, or last time I talked about what I pushed out of my diet. And this week I want to focus on what I started eating and what I started eating more of as I began my healing journey. So it's really very simple. The main thing that I started to do was I started to bring in a lot of raw food. And so that's the emphasis for this video. It's going to be a pretty short video. I'm trying to make each of them at around 5 minutes or under. So I know your time's valuable. And if you're interested in this, I want to get right to the point. And in this case, it's a really simple message that I have. And some people might think it's almost too simple, like, well, that's too easy. It can't be that simple. But in actuality, it really is. It's not an easy thing because we have to overcome our mindset, but and kind of what we've been programmed to believe about food and how we're supposed to eat for meals, and how we see food and how we feel about food and how we crave food and all these things. But what I did was I brought in a ton of raw food, and that was a huge part of beginning my healing journey and is a big part of continuing the journey that I've been on the last several years. So bringing in raw foods, primarily fruits and vegetables is what I mean when I say raw foods. Any and all fruits and vegetables. And as I mentioned last week, I pushed out a lot of things as well. So if you didn't check out that video, you can check that out too. But I, really was desperate for many years, struggling with chronic illness. And then after getting diagnosed with cancer, I was willing to do anything. And if you find yourself in that situation where you're just feeling really bad, whether you have a diagnosis or you just have chronic illness, bringing in raw food and focusing on raw foods can make a huge difference for you. So that's my message today. That's what I brought in. And again, it's a simple concept. And raw food can look like, drinking smoothies every day. I drink at least one smoothie a day. Juicing, I have at least one fresh squeezed juice a day. And of all sorts. They could be fruit, vegetables, combinations, but really I try to keep it as simple as possible. And again, the more you complicate things, the less likely you are to do them. So whatever you can get your hands on, anything you can get your hands on, any raw foods, fruits and vegetables. Again, when I say raw food, I don't mean a raw egg or anything like that. Watch my video from last week. So we're talking about fresh, living foods that grow from the earth. Salads, lots of just whole fruits. That's been a really big part of my focus. These foods are going to help clean the body out. They're going to help rebuild the body while they're cleaning the body out. So they are amazingly powerful. I can't say enough about what I've experienced since eating this way. And I've been at least 80% raw, and off and on all raw, but mostly 80% raw for a long time now. And this isn't a specific detox per se, but this is a way to do a long-term cleansing of the body. So I realize not everybody can do 100% raw, and it's, it can be a challenge. It's been hard for me off and on when I've been tried to do it for detox purposes, which my next video is going to be a little bit more about that, about detox and about kind of using food as medicine or seeing food a little bit differently. So anyway, stick around for that one. But what I want to emphasize today about the raw foods is that they are full of enzymes, the enzymes that help you digest and assimilate nutrients. They're full of phytonutrients, so much nutrition in the body. They're antioxidants, which help to cleanse the body and heal the body. They're just amazing. And there's so much hydration that comes into the body when we eat raw living foods. It's a different kind of water. It's a living water that has so much value for the body. So don't underestimate the power of nature. I mean, that is huge, and that's been big for me. And if you've been following my page and know about my message, I mean, that's a lot of my message is just looking to nature for the answers and really aligning yourself with nature. And raw foods is a huge part of that. And that's been really a miracle in my life, the way I see it. So anyway, focus on eating healthfully. And until next time, I appreciate that you guys are here, and I thank you for watching. I'm very humbled to be able to do what I'm doing, and I really want to convey a message that health, you know, can be more simple. People think it's so complicated, and I think they get really intimidated by all the things they hear and read out there. And I really just want to kind of bring it down to a real foundational level for people, and then also help them with mindset too, because a big part of this isn't about what should you do, because you can hear, you know, from a lot of people about what should you do, and some is better information, you know, than others. But you know, in the end, it's a lot about your mindset and how you see your body, and how you see food, and how you see your healing journey, and what you're capable of. And so that's one thing I want to help people with, and that I work with clients on, is really shifting their mindset to help them to achieve a next level of healing, to embrace healing in a different way, and to make the changes that they need to make to feel better. And that's one thing that raw food did for me. Raw food made me feel amazing. Even before I think it started healing my body, my mind got clear. I had more energy. I just felt better. Literally the same day, the same hour, I started doing this process. So incorporating raw foods has been a really big thing for me to bring in. And it's been several years now, but I continue to be on this journey, and I continue to be so pleased with how I feel, and the progress that I've made in my own healing, and also in what I see my clients doing. It's incredible. So I can't say enough about it. You know, and whatever you can do, even if it doesn't make sense to you, to eat raw food all day long, you know, if you just make your breakfast raw, if you just make your lunch raw, if you just start small and expand from there, I think you'll feel better. And you know, you start kind of shifting a little bit how you're seeing food in conjunction with how you're feeling, and that's a big step. So anyway, I wanted to keep this a little shorter, but I went over my 5 minutes, so oh well. Okay, well, guys, have a wonderful, beautiful day, and again, I'm glad you're here, and thanks for watching, and I hope this is helpful for you. I'll continue with another video next week. I think that one I want to focus a little bit more on like using food in terms of detox and things like that. So I think that's what we'll bring in next week. All right, stick around. We'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, and feel free to comment if you guys have a comment or you have a question or anything. Please feel free. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.